Hello, Sinisala. Yeah.
Hi,
Hi, nice to meet you.
likewise. Hi,
How are you?
very well, thank you. Hi, how are you doing?
I'm also really good, thank you.
Um,
Well, I'm on a product marketer employee, and I'll be really glad to show you our system and see how it can be useful for your team. And maybe before you jump to the product demo, you can tell a bit more about your company and what are your goals now? Why did you decide to review Apply?
okay, all right. Thank you for that. So we're Fincra Technologies Limited. We're a payment solution company, and what we do is we facilitate cross-border payments. We have presence in about 86 countries around Africa and some parts of Europe. We have a total staff strength of about 84 people, and they are spread across different countries. So it has become very important for us to be able to optimize performance, to ensure that, the goals are being met and people are actually doing what they are required to do since we work remotely.
Yeah, of course, understandable.
Yeah.
So, for you, what is your real goals in terms of performance? Like, what would you like to track and measure?
Okay. So we use an OKR framework and objectives and key results. And we do that on a quarterly basis. So we set quarterly goals from like company-wide goals, and then is broken down into different departments,
Mm-hmm.
right? So we have like 12 departments in the company. So it means that we're going to have 12 departmental goals that would now, go into individual KPIs, right? So we need a software that can properly manage that system and ensure that, everybody is an individual contributor in
Mm-hmm.
a way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, ensure that everyone aligned. Sure. Okay. So OKRs. Anything else about performance? Maybe you run performance reviews or anything else?
Yes, we do. We run reviews every quarter.
Quarterly reviews. Are these performance appraisal or review by manager of employee or like 360 review? How is it working for you?
Okay, yeah. So we review people in terms of the technical deliverables. We review the managers as well, and then we have a peer review system.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Mm-hmm. So would you like to also explore some system for this, or you are using something right now?
Well, right now we just use surveys. We use Google Sheet surveys to ask questions and ask team members to rate other teams. Which is not really sustainable.
Sure. Mm-hmm. Okay. And what about OKRs? Do you also track them now in spreadsheet?
Sorry.
Do you also track OKRs in the spreadsheets?
Yes, we have a spreadsheet that we track OKRs.
Okay. Okay. Understandable. And how is it working for you now? You told that it's not really sustainable for reviews, but how is it with the cars in the spreadsheet? Is it hard to?
Well, it's not seamless. I mean, it would have been better if it was automated and, if you had a system that can flag things, right? If there are discrepancies or if at any point someone is not meeting up with the numbers, if you have something that can prompt you, or prompt the person in question, just, little things that really help efficiency, you know. Yeah, hope spreadsheets can do that.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, and so do you have any timeline that you need to implement it? Like you need to start tracking from this quarter and how?
Well, honestly, we're just looking at, I mean, before the end of the year, that's it's really open, by the end of the year, so we can use it as, for Q1 2023.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, so I see that you're interested in OKRs, performance reviews. I'll show you them all. And do you use any other processes like one-on-ones in your teams, or you'd like to implement them?
yes, we do monthly one-on-ones. I mean, right now as well, we keep all the documents on, a Word document, just reports, key action items on a Word document.
Okay, yeah, I understand you. Okay, I think like I got the point, and I can start showing you the system. But if you have any questions or like to know something more deep, just let me know, and we can stop there.
Yeah.
Cool. So let me show you our product. I'm sharing my screen now. Let's start from the objective section, which is for objectives and key results. It's perfectly done for tracking them, and as you told, it's sometimes hard to just track in the spreadsheet because you cannot notify people really and make these objectives discussions more live. So Apply is made for this, to not only to track these objectives but also see how they all connected between all the departments, like scouting them from strategic company goals to the individual and team ones. And also it helps you to see some analytics on how your goals are going on, and probably to adjust your strategy if it works bad. So let me show you first how all objectives looks like. Here you can select, in my demo environment I'm using Apply Demo as a company goals, and also we have these marketing department goals and also individual ones, so you can select on the screen what you want to show up. And by the way, then you will register and apply. You have all these pre-setup data available. You can remove it anytime, but it's easy for your team just to navigate it faster and learn the system. It's really easy to see some examples. So this is how it looks like. We have some objectives here, some progress by departments, anywhere. You can also expand this to see more key results of every person. And also you can view them at the list and either switch to tree view. This is helpful to see how your goals, strategic goals and company-wide goals connected. Yep, you would like to ask something?
Yes. Sorry. Can you touch on the key results? I want to see what it looks like.
Okay, no problem. Yep, just showing you the list. And on some example of the goal, if you can see, now you can adjust anything on the screen. In the real time, it will be updated for your all teams at the same time. So you're just adjusting your goals, like to updating progress here, and you see how it's automatically will be updated the progress of the whole goal, so you can see how it is going. And also what you can do here, you can add coefficients to some of the key results, so some of them will be more important to achieve the objective. So here, as we can see, is 3x, or we can switch it to some other coefficient. If you want to switch, just go to open the goal, expand it, and here is how here you can also set up these key coefficients. You can adjust current target, start current target key results, and here you can assign as many key results as possible as you need. It's the best practice to have only 5 key results. If you want to add more key results, it's a good idea to split them to the tasks, because these tasks are helping to show the progress on the goals round, especially when key results are really hard to achieve. You can split some of them on the task, assign the person, and all the updates about this task will be pushed to feed section. And here all the team will be notified what progress is doing. And by the way, guys, do you use Slack or Microsoft Teams for communications?
We use Slack.
Okay, really good, because Apply has Slack integration, and you can connect your Slack channels by teams. For example, as here we have company goal, but we can go to maybe marketing goal and link here Slack channel, so all the updates from the feed will be pushed to your Slack channel, so everyone will be notified and they don't need to go into the system all the time. They'll just be notified about the progress from Slack. And what is more here, you can always go to comments, add some comments, and discuss by these team members of these goals, and add some notes. And in the details section, you can then you're setting up the goals. You need to select some objective cycles. In Apply, we have pre-set up annual strategic cycles and Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4 cycles, but you can adjust it in settings and set what cycle that works for you the best, maybe monthly cycles or how it is better for you. And you can, all goals are public by default, because the best practice of objectives and key results to keep them public. But if you want to make some goal private, you can just adjust it in the settings. And also adjust some parent objective if you want to link this marketing goal to company goal, like here, and make the progress contributing to this parent goal. And also, if you can see here, we have some child objective if you want some individual goal from like by Emma to contribute to parent as well. So the progress will be calculating based on these key results and also by child objective. And also, what is important here that then you assign the goal to some team. Only admins and participants of this team can adjust and update the progress of this goal. So if you want someone from other departments to update this goal, please add them as the contributors here so they can see, so they can update this goal as well. So yeah, this is how it works in the setting up. Sometimes teams struggles with creating the goals. I mean, like, have some ideas what to track. So we have available OKR templates by department, so you can check some ideas and just apply them instantly from this. And yeah, you can see that it's copied to creation of objective, and you can assign the team and just edit it as you need. And one more interesting thing, if you want to track some negative OKR, like for example, let's imagine here decrease the product team's velocity from 150 or to 120. You can set start OKR 150 and target 120, and then you'll be updating the current progress, and it will be automatically calculated. So yeah, you can use any type of measures as you want. For example, percentage, like here, adding here start 60 and target 70, or just numeric key result from 80 to 100. So just up to you to customize it as you need. This is how to set up key results. Your team can always have some tips here, can check the company mission too. Then they're setting up OKRs to make sure that it's in line with the company high-level goals. So this is how it looks like in the setting up OKRs. Maybe you have some questions here.
No, it's pretty quick. Thank you.
Cool. Okay, I think that one more important thing that probably will need is tracking analytics on your objectives and key results. You can check the dashboards for objectives, and you will see here objectives progress timeline by departments. You can select a few departments to see how they performing by each month, to see some dynamics and who is underperforming and who needs help. And also you can see the progress by team member, by team, or by the whole company. And also adjust your strategy accordingly. You just need to select the needed cycle, and you can analyze the progress here if it's available. And yeah, if some of your team work in the office, you can also create live dashboard for TV. It's doing here, just create a new TV screen or use some existing, just selecting your cycle, adding marketing or product team on the dashboard if they're sitting in the same office, and just creating this link, and I'll show you how it looks like. Then you will create this dashboard for TV screen. Okay, this is not really good example. Let me show you. Yep, this one. So this is here, and here we can see the progress of by demo goals and also product team goals. And if your team will update the results, it will be updating here in the real time. So your team will be really focused on these goals and see how the progress is going on. I think that these are the most important things about.
So where can I find this? Is this like a dashboard?
Yeah, you can find it in the settings page. You can go in workspace settings from here and go to your TV mode, and you can create new TV screen for objective cycles, picking up few teams, and just creating such dashboard by creating the link. So yeah, this is and dashboards on OKRs I will be seeing here. This is all about our objectives, dashboards, and probably the most important points about OKRs. So do you have any questions about objectives?
None.
Okay. Okay, let's switch then to the next part, is the most exciting part, performance reviews. You can manage them in this section, and if I'll be logging in as a regular employee without admin or HR admin rules, I'll have only my reviews tab available. Like here, I'll see here my previous review cycles, then I can check my previous feedback of my teammates, and also here we'll have the reviews which are in progress, which I need to submit my feedback on. For example, if I want to check some reviews, I can view the tab, see the grades, see some feedback, and then I need to write some review. I'm just going to start writing, continue writing, and submitting my responses here. This will be a short introduction to this review form that created during the form setup. I can check the visibility, how it will be visible for the rest of the team, like HR managers, and to be sure that my reviews are anonymous, responses are anonymous or not. And going to the next and just submitting my responses here, like from regular form, adding some comments, feedback if needed, and just submitting this or just saving results and coming back to them from some time. And one more useful thing to make reviews responses less biased, you can use context panel for reviews. For example, if you're including some questions about OKRs in your reviews, like how is your team member performing by certain objectives in certain period, you can browse here the OKRs of this person. Like in this example, we're writing reviews for unknown marketer, and we can check your goals and see how your key results are going on, like opening them here or just seeing them here. See them your previous reviews to see your progress, results, and just make sure that my performance review response will be really less biased and I know how this person is doing. This is how it looks like for the person who is writing the review, and I'll show you how it looks then you setting up review as an HR manager or HR admin. You have access to manage scores and analytics tab. By the way, guys, do you use competencies in your performance reviews or just any competencies? Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, please, I can hear you.
Yep. Well, I was just asking, do you use competencies for evaluating your employees?
I didn't get that, sorry.
Competencies like, for example, you're evaluating your team by communication, soft skills, like you have some preset up competencies, or just have some questions which are not related to competencies, how it usually works with
Okay. So we have comparisons. That's the company's core values.
core values.
Things like communication, ownership mentality,
Cool.
discipline,
Cool.
things like that. So we have 7 core values that we use to compare.
Cool. So it's really it's possible imply to set up this your core values and include the questions about these core values to your reviews. Then you want to set up them, you can go to this course tab, and we have some examples here, like which we add by default, like behavior, communication, creativity. You can adjust them or to add new score, just adding the name, and later you can attribute this score to your questions here. Then we are going to manage tab, and here you will have all your previous cycles here available with history, with the responses. But if you want to create a new review cycle, I will show you how it looks like on some existing cycle. We're just going to each, we just start creating new. And as you saw before in how it looks for employee, we need to set up introduction form, which we will explain what is this review about, maybe adding some scale, what we're using in the questions, and just adding some information that you need. And later we're going to the participants part and adding who will be participating in the review. For example, if you're want to run the whole team review, like, or just some team members and ask managers to relate. Like, for example, here we have Andrei Baz recipient and added his manager as a reviewer. Or if you want to make the 360 and add peers as well, like for XCO, we're just adding his peers, or we can add as many participants as we want, or just tweak this review to some recipient at the same time, like make Q1 review and just review some people from the team, or if you want to make some design team review, you can just add here all design team here as you wish, completely customizable, no limitations on the participants. Also, you can include self-evaluation to each of the review here. It will be possible to put this checkbox. And next we are going to the question setup, which is here you can set up any type of questions you need, from open-ended to linear scale questions. Like in the linear scale questions, it will be possible to attribute the score as I showed you before. For example, this question will relate it to performance, and here we are asking the person to deliver it on his or her commitment. As we are using self-evaluation here in this review, we're adding self-evaluation alternative of this question, and just the score of evaluation, and also we can add some multiple choice questions if we need, and also we can customize who will receive these reviews. For example, some questions could be only for direct manager, or for direct report, or for all participants except self-evaluation. As you wish, it will be possible to customize. I'll show you later the options. It's just started the reviews and it's possible to edit, but still it's possible to customize them as far as you need to stop really very different types of questions in your review. And almost last part is the visibility part. Let me show you on some not scheduled cycle. For example, I will schedule it so I can edit it. In the questions, as I told you, you can customize and make them all except self-evaluation as you wish. And in the visibility part, you are selecting here how the reviews results will be shown. For example, if you want the review recipient don't know who submitted the feedback on them, you can make this part anonymous. For review recipients manager, if you want to probably discuss with managers review results before they are shared, or just allow managers to see how peers evaluating this person, you can make it not anonymous. And also you can allow managers to view results before they share it, so you can discuss it before the sharing with employees, maybe to adjust something. And for HR admins and HR managers, you can also make it not anonymous if you want, or anonymous, and add some specific HR managers to view and calibrate the responses. And also useful thing that you can allow reviewers to see the recipient's self-evaluation, because then especially the managers writing the reviews responses, they want to see how the person evaluates himself, so that's why it could be useful. And also you're setting up the timeline. You can basically schedule all your planned cycles here. Just select start date, line for reviewers, end date, and this is used to send the reminders for your team members that hello guys, review cycle started, please go and submit your responses. These notifications will be sent over email to all your participants, and also we will send the notifications about deadline for 2 days before, 1 day, and 4 hours before if you need. And yeah, after we have set it up, we can just schedule the cycle if it's planned for not right now, and just save and close later to go and edit it as you need it. And after you schedule the cycle and it started, it's important for your manager to monitor how it is going. So we made this monitoring dashboard. For example, we can go to just schedule it cycle, product team review Q3, and you can see here that some recipients didn't submit their responses, the progress didn't started, so we can go to reviewers view and send notification to all these people to submit their responses, and just to remind them about the review cycles and progress. And this is how it looks, and no one started, but I'll show you how it looks like then guys submitted their reviews. For example, in this product team Q1 review, we can see here that everyone submitted their responses, and you have some actions available now. You can either view results or submit them. Let me show you how it looks then everyone submitted. So you have such a report. If we can see here, this is 360 review for product team. Alisa have feedback from her peers. Now we can see from the left side self-evaluation of Lisa, and from the right side the average grade from her peers here, Sam, Alex, and Anna. And average grade by each of the competencies. We can switch to the view of every team member and just view Sam's grades to Alisa. And the most exciting part, then you need to compare the responses. You can have such a diagram of differences in grades between self-evaluation, direct managers evaluations, and peers. So we can see maybe some people don't estimate this person wisely, or maybe this person underestimates herself or himself. So here it could be a good place to start your discussion about performance with the teammates and to make some adjustment to the next growth plan of the person. This is how the basic evaluation looks like. And and also if you want to calibrate the responses, I want to show you another example. For example, this annual, or maybe annual performance review could be good. And here we have some open-ended questions about the same, like here, self-evaluation and peers evaluation. And sometimes we probably see that the response of peers could be not really nice, and if you want to calibrate this or just adjust something, feel free to do it here. Or you can even adjust the grades. To adjust the grades, you need to go the response of the reviewer and just adjust something and submit it and save it to share this response with the team member. And then you need to share the response. You can either put on this button or just export or finish and share for all. And if you want to export responses, you can do it either with PDF to export this report that I showed you, or just export them in CSV file if you want to adjust or like analyze something for yourself. This is how performance reviews monitor dashboard looks like. So maybe you have some questions here about managing or monitoring.
All right, great. Thanks a lot, Anna. I think I'm pretty clear on, the demo session. My question is, in a situation where you have other aspects of the KPIs, right? So we have the technical KPI that speaks to the core team OKR. Then we have, so our KPI is like 100%, technical KPI is 60%, team KPI is 10%, organizational KPI is another 10%, training KPI 10%, and then team health. Is it possible to make provision for
sorry, last part. Make division of you mean how to see the results of the person, or to analyze, to make the review based on it?
Okay, so what you have here, I'm asking if you can customize the KPIs. So KPI is 100%, right?
Yeah, sure.
So, but at Fincra, our KPI, our technical KPI is 60%. There are other aspects of the KPI, things like team health, team scores, training KPIs, right? So other aspects of the KPI is 40%, while the technical KPI is 60%. Is it possible to, build that into the system? Does it allow us flexible?
Okay, I think like you can build something like that in objectives if you want to create this objective based on KPIs solely. For example, your KPI is achieve revenue profitability at some point, 60% probably, and to add as measurable key result target 60%, and the target and to start maybe 40, and assign it to some, for example, technical operations team, and make this, for example, strategic goals focused on these OKRs, or just create any other KPIs, or just mark them as KPI here, so we can use it as instead of OKRs, KPIs framework here as well. Would it work for you, or you want something different for this?
I think it works.
Okay, and also if you will need to evaluate your team by KPIs during your performance reviews, you can create some questions focused solely on KPIs. Like here, you can add open-ended questions like how this person performs on KPI 1, add this KPI text, And then during the submitting responses, your team can open this context panel with the KPI progress and check them out.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. Maybe any other questions here?
No, it's fine.
Okay, I can quickly show you around analytics part. Then you want to analyze your performance reviews on the higher scale. For example, compare how your department's performing in some cycles. If you have especially the same questions and competencies you're usually evaluating by, you can here set up these questions, add them to your dashboard. For example, you're usually reviewing your team by these questions about technical skills, about communication value, or competency. And here we are building such a dashboard with we are picking up your review cycles that you want to analyze. We are picking how you want to display the result by reviewer, as here, for example, how all these team members are performing, or by team, if you want to see some differences in how teams performing by these competencies, or even by location or direct manager. And in the end, you can always see the results in such a spreadsheet, so you can see some average score and plan here your HR activities. Like maybe if you see that technical skills are bad for some department or for some team members, you can plan your organizational training on these, or just plan the training for the team. So you can also filter these by location, by some of the teams, even gender, or even the start date, for example, to see how newcomers are performing, or people who are more in the senior positions are performing. So here you can customize it and see more data from your performance reviews, and maybe adjusting your programs accordingly. Well, and I think about performance reviews is mostly it. This is the most hard part, but we're done with that. And if you already have some have your performance review surveys that you're using, our team can help you to set up it in place, so you don't need to set it up yourself. If you have some difficulties, we can always answer you in the support chat. We are answering pretty fast, so we're always in tune. And this is how performance review section works. And I can quickly jump to one-on-one section just to give you understanding how it works. Usually you can set up your meetings here, and you have them available, and you see with whom you're at meetings. And you can set up your one-on-one here, just adding some team members with whom you want to have one-on-one, and create one-on-one. First, you're selecting the date and time of this one-on-one. You can connect your calendar event from Google Calendar or either Microsoft Outlook, depending on what do you use. And you will send automatic reminders and invitation to this meeting from these calendars. And we're adding some name. And we can start either from blank or template. We have pretty much templates for your managers to be sure that one-on-ones have some talking points and action items to be added. So some ideas that you can use, or even performance improvement or performance review meeting templates. We can make your performance review meeting just imply with your team member to see what you have covered from the feedback. And let's use some of this template. And we see here this collaborative agenda that can be seen for me and Sam, the marketer, with whom we have one-on-one. And we can prepare this agenda in advance. And during the meeting, we can go through all these questions and add some notes if we need, add some action items, or made it here as a to-do task list, and also assign some person to complete this to-do task to a specific date. So we sure that these one-on-ones are really actionable, and it's not just talking and forgetting about this. And all your past notes will be stored here. Like, for example, if I'll go to one-on-one with some of these team members, I can see my past notes about meetings. And in the end, I can set up your company-wide templates if you want to use your specific for one-on-ones that everyone can access. And you can also track your one-on-one statistics on the dashboard, so it's useful for HR to see who from your team have one-on-ones, how often, or maybe they don't have one-on-ones at all, like Emma and most of them here. So, and we can also see the statistics, how many one-on-ones we're holding every day. So this is for you to understand. Maybe some of the managers need support with that. And yeah, we also have the features of, I'll show you because it's really connected to performance reviews. It's personal development plans. After you have this performance review meeting, it's useful to create some document. There you can document all what need to be improved, or maybe some setting new goals. So you can also use it. It's pretty similar to one-on-ones. You can just use collaborative document. There document everything, and also have action plan. And for these action plans, we always send reminders for your team members over emails, the same as one-on-ones, and for revisions. And here you can access your PDP, or you can go to the Manage tab and see the PDP of your team. If you see that no one create PDPs, you can create them for them, and also you can track here the progress of their action items here. And also you can set up your own template for the PDP if you want to customize it for your company. And we also have feedback and praise feature. They are really straightforward, so you didn't request it, but if you want to explore them as well, I can do this, or you want me to skip it. Do you want to explore other features, or that's fine for now?
I think this is okay for now. Thank you.
Okay, great. I think that's it for the demo, and maybe you have any other questions, maybe about pricing or setting up.
Yeah, I think my question would be around pricing and also the kind of support that is available.
Okay, let me show you pricing first. So for the pricing, we have a few plans. Starter plan is mostly focused around OKRs. It doesn't include performance reviews, but it includes everything connected to OKRs, one-on-ones, integrations with Slack and Microsoft Teams, and Help Center and standard support that I showed you in the chat. Difference for a Pro plan will be also access to 360, all type of reviews, and basically to all features that Ply has. And additional benefits as an HRIS integration if you have it, to update people instantly and automatically, and also a dedicated manager for you to help you customize your environment, to set up your review cycles if needed, and also priority support. And for you, as we explored reviews feature, the Pro plan will be the most useful, and you can save buying annual plan when you have $6 per user, or you can buy monthly plan and subscribe and unsubscribe anytime. That will cost $7.5 per user. And yeah, this is our pricing. Anything else here?
Okay, so which do you recommend based on everything that I have told you on the call?
I can definitely recommend Pro because you need performance reviews. That's why if you can see, it includes performance reviews. If you would use only OKRs, you don't need performance reviews. I would recommend your starter. But as you are not really small startup in the company, you're growing, and I see that you have international team. It's really important to measure their performance correctly. I would recommend you Pro plan, and you can discuss about the annual plan. And if you want to not to have it's just from now, you can submit for a trial, and you have the trial period, and you can set up everything. You can invite all your team and see how it works for you, and then decide if you would like to proceed with the purchase.
All right, great. Thanks. So what's the deployment timeline? Like if we paid for it and wanted to go live, how long will you take your team to
It's
have us ready?
It's usually from 1 to 2 weeks, but it highly depends on you. If you're ready to start it from, let's say, next week, We can. By the way, are you the will be setting up Ply, or you have other HRs in the team who will be doing that?
Yeah, I have someone else that reports to me in the team. So we're two people and the HR.
Okay, so the best next step will be schedule a call with your team who will also get acquainted with Ply, and I'll show you how to set up everything and how to use the system. And then we will setting up your performance reviews templates, goals, preparing the system before scaling it to all of your team, scheduling cycles and so on. It's about 1 week, the maximum. I think it could be even faster. It could be done in the 1 day if you need, and then it could be your trial period. You will see how it works, and after you're setting up everything, you can announce it to your team and just starting your plan. Is how it works, about 1 2 weeks maximum.
All right, great. So what's your part in the setup? Do you assist with any kind of uploads, or do we have to enter the OKR details by ourselves?
Yeah,
Does the support team assist us in any way?
yeah, usually with OKRs, we can help you how to set up it for the first time, just to help you understand the system. But usually, yeah, you're setting up yourself, just here, creating the objective, adding everything, and your team members as well, from, as I told you, from marketing team, will be able to set up their marketing OKRs here. And if they have any questions or require some help, we are always here in the support chat, and we'll be answering your requests really fast.
Okay, all right. That's fair enough. Thank you.
Okay. Could you please share, do you explore some other products, alternatives now, or only Ply?
Well, there are other alternatives on the table, but we haven't engaged them.
Okay. Do you have some time that you want to relate other solutions, or then do you plan to decide what you would like to use?
Well, I mean, we want to check out about two so we can compare, which options are best for the company.
Mm. Okay. I think the last part I can tell you that Ply is very suitable for the size of your team that you are now. Most of our clients are from 50 to 500 people, and Ply is really good for your scale now. So if you would like to explore other solutions, sometimes they are not really good for the small companies because they have higher pricing and not such fast support. So if you want to be sure that it's good for your scale now, I definitely recommend Fly. For sure explore other tools, maybe you'll find something else. If you want me to send you some other information, just let me know. I will send you in the follow-up our features overview and some comparison to alternatives so you can explore it, and just let me know if you have any other questions.
None for now. Thanks a lot.
Cool. Thanks a lot too. Have a great day.
All right. You too. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.